What's up guys, it's Brian here, and today I am bringing you my first MOC in quite a long time, my first MOC in the new house, in the new studio. And if you guys have been watching Season 3 of The Mandalorian, which I've really been enjoying so far, very curious to see where the season goes, you will recognize this scene from Episode 2 from The Mines of Mandalore, where Din Djarin bathes in the living waters, and then, minor spoiler alert, he gets sucked down, and then Bo-Katan goes and rescues him and sees the mythosaur. And as of this point in time, we don't know what's going to happen with the rest of Mando Season 3. So I'm really excited to see what does end up happening, and if and when the mythosaur comes back. But I was inspired to make this scene by one of my commenters who suggested I should make something from Season 3. So shout out to this guy right here for commenting that I should make something from Season 3. If you have any other MOC suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'm open to taking suggestions. And once I saw this comment, I thought to myself, you know what? I could make this scene. And so I went ahead and got to work. And the whole thing was actually fairly easy to construct. It was a good, introduction back into MOC building for me, since I've been out of the routine for quite a while. My first challenge was thinking about the water down here, because I actually do not have my 1x1 translucent light blue tiles. They're still in New York, but I knew that I wanted to do something different with the water. And so what I did was I used a whole bunch of these 1x2 trans clear bricks and basically just laid them on their side and put some cheese slopes on the top. These are kind of just sitting in here. I'm trying to pick one of them out for you guys. I mean, basically it's just this, but with some cheese slopes on the top. And they're just kind of sitting in place. And Din Djarin is wading himself into the water with some extra details around, just to kind of look like he's wading in the water there. And then the steps, you can see, there's how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps that go up. I think there's about 6 steps in the actual show as well. Here's the screenshot that I was referencing when working on this scene, so you can kind of see what I was looking at while constructing this MOC. And I do think I got it pretty accurate. So you're coming up these steps, and you go to this back section here where there are these 2 little pillars, which aren't my favorite part of the MOC, but I think that they came out okay for what they were. And since they were kind of run down and dark, it was kind of hard to tell exactly how they looked perfectly. And since the mines were destroyed anyway, and there's lots of rubble everywhere, I figured I could just get away with having these 2 little structures that are mirror to each other. Lots of rubble and debris on the ground, as you can see, in a whole bunch of small dark gray pieces. There are actually just some pieces kind of sitting here. Like, look, these what do you call it? Stud shooters. The little pellets for the the triggers for the stud shooters are down there, kind of making up some extra detail of rubble, as you can see. And then the structure up here is actually fairly simple to make, because it's just like some sloped bricks. I have all these pieces left over from when I did a mountain on Jakku a long time ago, and I've been just reusing these mountain pieces for everything. You've seen them quite a lot if you've been following my channel for a while. But yeah, this structure back here was very easy. I wanted to make this a little bit deeper, but by the time I had already decided on these particular dimensions for the MOC, it was too late, and it looks fine. There are more steps that are supposed to go up into this passageway, but I just didn't have the room to make them. And back here, nothing too special, as you can see. And I really did go super simple with the builds back here. These are actually just sub-assemblies back here, and these are perfectly mirrored of one another. But I think it looks pretty good. I thought about doing a little plaque on the side here that Bo-Katan reads off of, but it wasn't working, and I had already filled in this gap over here, and I didn't want to make it too non-symmetrical, because I really like the way this thing looks as a very symmetrical, smooth build. And then of course we have Bo-Katan here, and the elephant in the room that I haven't yet addressed is Grogu and his pram. So obviously Grogu gets a brand new pram for Season 3, since his old one was destroyed in Season 2, and this is the way that I came up with it. I think it's okay. This little brick that's in the center here is not the best choice because of the anti-stud on the top, but I guess it could act as his little control panel that he uses. But it also does a nice job of holding in that little slope down there, which kind of makes up for the bottom. But I think that it came out all right. He just kind of sits in there. He's kind of held up by the force of his own arms. And I just used this clear piece that I had lying around to make the illusion of hovering. And so I just kind of put Grogu right in there. and then he just sits down here. But yeah, there he is in his little pram. That was a key part of this build that was kind of hard to capture, but I'm very glad that the result is something I'm happy with. And overall, I'm very happy with how this MOC came out. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks very accurate, at least in my opinion. I wish I could have had the new Bo-Katan from that upcoming Mando set, but the Clone Wars Bo-Katan is still an excellent minifigure in my opinion. I'm not going to be getting that spider set anyway, so the old Bo-Katan will have to do. But there it is. There's Din Djarin getting redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore from Season 3, Episode 2 of The Mandalorian. So that's going to just about do it for this little MOC video, guys. Leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below if there's anything else from Mando Season 3 that I might be able to make. Well, let me know down below if there's something you'd like to see, and I'll see if it's doable. So thanks again for watching. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.